September 13th, 2016. Long Island, New York. Two best friends are walking home. Kayla Cuevas, 16. Nisa Mickens, 15. The kind of girls who post selfies and argue about who's getting shotgun. They never make it home. A car pulls up. Inside a crew with baseball bats and a machete. By the time the sun comes up, both girls are dead. Nisa's body found near her own house. Kayla's dumped in a wooded yard like trash. The killers weren't strangers from another country. They went to her high school. And the gang they belonged to, MS-13, wasn't built in some jungle in El Salvador. It was built right here. In America, to understand MS-13, you have to rewind to the 1980s. El Salvador is on fire. A civil war is tearing the country apart. Death squads, massacres, villages wiped off the map. 75,000 people are dead. A quarter of the country is running for its life. And where do they run? North, to Los Angeles. They land in neighborhoods like Pico, Union, and Rampart. 10 people to a room, most of them undocumented, and waiting for them on the streets, the Mexican gangs. The 18th Street, the Sureos, who see these skinny Salvadoran kids and decide easy prey. So a small group of those refugee kids, some of them literal child soldiers from the war, start fighting back. They call themselves Mara Salvatrucha, Mara slang for a swarm of carnivorous ants. Salvatrucha Salvadoran. Sharp, watch out. They love heavy metal. They throw up devil horns. Some of the originals were straight up Satanists, and that hand sign, it's still the gang's calling card today. The 13 comes later. When they get to prison, they're outnumbered. So they bend the knee to the Mexican mafia. M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. The number isn't pride, it's surrender now. Here's where America makes the mistake that haunts us to this day. The 1990s. The US government decides, let's deport these gang members back to El Salvador. Clean up our streets. So we put 4,000 of the hardest, most violent LA gang members on planes, and we shipped them back to a country that just stopped bleeding. A country with broken police, broken courts, broken everything. We didn't even send their criminal files. You know what happens when you drop trained, organized, prison-hardened killers into a power vacuum? You don't break a gang, you franchise it. Within a decade, MS-13 isn't a local LA crew anymore. It's in El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, and 40 US states. The LA Times put it bluntly, the deportation policy designed to destroy MS-13 is the exact thing that built it into a transnational empire. And what an empire. MS-13's motto is 3 words. Burn them into your brain. Mata, viola, controla, kill, rape, control. To get in, you take a 13-second beating. Some clicks in LA, you have to kill someone first. While other gangs reach for guns, MS-13 reaches for the machete. Because a bullet ends a life. A machete sends a message. Read the court documents from Maryland, Virginia, Texas, and the same horror repeats. Victims hacked apart, buried in shallow graves, dug back up, and dissolved in acid because the body wouldn't fit. A 14-year-old girl named Ariana dragged into a tunnel and beaten to death with a bat while her killers filmed it on a phone. Brenda Paz, a 17-year-old who turned FBI informant, 4 months pregnant when they lured her to a riverbank in Virginia and stabbed her to death. A warning to anyone who dared to talk, and then came March 2022. In one weekend, MS-13 murders 87 random Salvadorans, 62 in a single day. A message to the government: negotiate or we drown your country in blood. The government's answer? President Nayib Bukele. He declares a state of emergency, suspends rights, and starts arresting anyone with a gang tattoo, gang ties, or sometimes just the wrong face. Over 91,000 people locked up. He builds CECOT, the biggest prison in the Americas. 40,000 inmates, lights on 24 hours a day, no visitors, no mattresses, no mercy. The justice minister flat out says nobody is ever leaving alive. And here's the part that breaks your brain. It worked. El Salvador's murder rate has collapsed to one of the lowest in the hemisphere. Kids walk to school again. In 2025, President Trump designates MS-13 a foreign terrorist organization. The U.S. starts flying alleged members straight to CECOT. Some of them, like a Maryland sheet metal worker named Kilmar Abrego Garca, were sent by mistake. So here's the question that should keep you up at night. A gang born from a war America funded, built in cities America controlled, exported by a policy America wrote, and now being crushed in a prison America helps pay for. MS-13 isn't a foreign story. It's an American one. And the next chapter is being written right now.